Oh, cool off. Thank you to, by the way, we got to thank Joe Cassini for being the heart and soul of that Descata. We have always done it with Joe, and so we're definitely to be in that one. But in our hearts, Joe, you're there, man. Thank you, everybody. Let's keep it going tonight.
Jerry Masucci and Fania All-Stars back in the 60s when everybody stopped dancing Mambo, when everybody stopped dancing together, people wanted to, everybody was doing the twist and boogaloo and pachanga. Nobody was dancing together. It was uncool. Then when the musicians were playing this stuff and it started to get hot again, people wanted to dance together, as we always do. We wanted to dance touching. They wanted a hook for this music. They wanted a new name. And they gave it the name. They sat down a bunch of suits, accountants, business people. They sat in a room and said, we need a new name. How about bongo? How about chenga? And they wanted anything new. And finally they came up with the term salsa. The word salsa had been yelled when people were playing hot music. Salsa, picante, they were yelling. Yeah, but they said, hey, salsa, it's a mix. It's a mix of a lot of different rhythms. You're gonna hear some of those rhythms right now. We're going to ask some of the teachers to interpret the music. Now, when you hear the bongo, Joe might hear that bongo in a way that you don't. And I might hear the timbal, and I might be dancing to the timbal while Joe's accenting the bongo. And Steve will be dancing the conga. And everybody's going to interpret it differently. So what we want you to do is to learn what salsa is, because salsa is not. Tito Puente says it doesn't exist. I got a secret for you. It's the biggest thing in non-existence in the world. Okay, if it doesn't exist, yeah? Well, if Tito says, hey, I play mambo, and the rest of you are doing salsa, nobody would want Tito's music, right? So Tito says, it doesn't exist. What I do is mambo, and what they're doing is mambo. Well, I got a secret for you. It isn't. Because if we listen to Press Prado T, can you play me first CD? I want you to hear this for a second. First one, just first one. Okay, listen to this, folks. Push it. Can you guys accentuate what's happening? Now listen to this. Yeah, come on. Once we set the basic idea that this is not the same music, does that sound anything like the first one? This is salsa romantica. Feel the pulse. Now, good enough. For those of you who come from the days of Mambo and breaking on two, Mambo was a dance of the 50s. But the music changes. And as the music changes, the dance changes. The styles change. I see Joe do a really cool move. And great move. Now I go home and I can't remember it. I maybe copy it the next day. And I change it because I don't remember it. Or maybe I take a lesson from him and he shows it to me. Now I know it a different way. And then somebody copies me and it changes. Then some young punk like this guy comes in. He wins the Mayan contest, right? Pretty soon, everybody's copying him. Yeah? And he changes the style. He's the hottest one in the club. They're all copying him. Then some guy comes in and he does aerials. And the style changes. The style of the dance changes. But the style of the dance follows the music. Okay. Having said that, salsa romantica, mambo, two different ends of the spectrum. When we hear this music, we dance differently. There is Colombian music, which has cumbia influence.
You get the Puerto Rican bomba. You get the Cuban charanga sound. Unfortunately, I tried so hard to get Artie Webb here. Artie is the flute player for Johnny. He unfortunately they have 2 bookings today. Albert is like doing 4 gigs today. Unfortunately, we don't have that feeling of charanga. When you hear and that flute and the piano and the violin are creating the percussion, you have a completely different feel than a band where the timbales go pop. You know, you get Tito Puente playing with his elbows and his knees. Yeah, it's a whole different feeling. So we don't dance. Personally, I'd be bored. I wouldn't be doing this if it was one rhythm. If I went to a club and all I did was the same salsa all night long, forget it. I would have given it up a long time ago. I go because when they're playing one song, I'm dancing, and then maybe they play a song, and I don't want to dance that song, and then I watch Joe or somebody get up and totally do something wild to it that I've never seen before. Last night we took Homero to Sportsman's, and he danced, and I just sat there and, everybody's going to interpret it differently. That's what we want you to understand, that the music directs us.
There's not one right way.
There's not one right way. And anybody who says this is the authentic way doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
The line is there are no rules.
That's right, there are no rules. So, what I'd like to do, Homero, Zaira is going to kind of help him. He lives in London, so, and you know, in London they don't speak English. So I'm going to ask Homero to kind of just give us the different rhythms. ¿Cuáles son los ritmos de música cubana? Micrófono, por favor. Joe, can you pass on the mic to you? Dial him up, please. Good. There you go.
Cuba es son.
Cuba son.
Cuba son. Es la base de todos los ritmos.
Cuban son is the base of all the rhythms. Me tocan un son, por favor. Underneath part. Okay, guys, just a conga.
Yeah,
can you find the one? Now, guys, real quick, everybody, quick. Look at Lisa. Can't help it, that's right. I was watching class and they sit it going. Now, you hear the clave. Just a conga? Bongo? They're not playing the same thing, are they? ¿Cuál es el timbal? Not yet, because how good can he be? He had to put the bongos down to play the sensero. I mean, really, you know, if he was good, he'd be playing the thing with the, you know, like, yeah? Yeah, try that. How come he changed instruments? That's what makes salsa so exciting, because you don't want to hear just one thing. He was playing the bongo, and he went, now he goes maybe a few 6 phrases of 8 in the sensero, and then he'll drop that, he'll pick up the clave, or he'll pick up the shaker, all the different instruments.
His lips are itching.
Say it.
See it. He's wanting to say
is when I pick up the bell, it's when the dancers pick up that second air that you guys call, and then that's when the spins and all the, because it's like the dancers are calling us to go to a second level and play.
Did you hear that? The dancers are calling them. All this time I thought they were calling me. Un soncha, soncha, soncha. Now we think of cha-cha. We think of, a lot of times, we ask for a cha-cha. And then the band plays a cha-cha and we say, oh, it's too fast. If you had walked up and said a wajira, they would have played something that most of you could do nice, easy cha-cha to. And yet, there are people who would say, wait a minute, what do you guys do cha-cha to a wajira? And they play really fast. Wait a minute. If you want a really fast cha-cha, ask for a son. If you want a really slow cha-cha, ask for a wajira. Because our language is cha-cha. Their language, wajira, guaracha, son, son montuno, yeah. Un bolero son, yeah. So there are like at least seven rhythms of Cuban music, but they're all based on the same thing. Me pueden, lo que está viendo, la guajira despacito, y sí, exacto.
La razón por la cual no lo estamos haciendo exactamente como tiene que ser porque se olvidó la otra tumba. Entonces la otra tumba is what slows the pace.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's only got one of the congas. He didn't
Okay.
So let's do that again.
La guajira lenta.
Guajira lenta.
Bien lenta, arrastrándola.
So now understand that what's happening is that the language that we're speaking is, we've simplified it for beginner dancers. People come in, they don't want to learn son montuno, they don't want to learn son, they don't want to learn rumba.
Question, which one is the clave? Someone please.
All right.
That's all I want to know.
You don't know about the two sticks that make sounds? No, but seriously, the reason why I'm doing this is because, you know, it makes sense to me and a lot of us, but we want to be sure it's making sense to you. So you asked what the clave was.
Thank you. I just never knew.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
You can dance on the clave.
3, 2.
Right. If you're dancing with them, no matter whether you're dancing on two or what you're dancing on, you can still go. I'm still dancing to that music because I'm not doing this or whatever it is. That's the clave. Did all of you know here that that was the clave before? No. So now we accomplished one thing. You know what the clave is. So now when they're playing the music, guys, play again. Musicians,
Yes.
hello, just play again. Play salsa. Can you play the clave? Play the clave instead of that. Now listen to them, okay? Can you hear the clave? Okay. Okay.
I'm like following you now. Okay, I'm like sort of getting it.
Okay.
Now, can you play one of the other rhythms with
Right.
the clave so that I can maybe hear a difference?
Play cha-cha. The bolero, yeah.
Okay, wait a minute.
Hold on.
We're going in two different directions. Okay, now. Okay, now they're gonna play a bolero.
See, now also, you know, there's a difference between using the music, what we call literally. Keep playing, guys, I'm sorry. Keep playing.
Wait, I'm stopping because I want to make a point. What you just heard is called bolero. Except for one thing. In the United States, we say rumba. In Cuba, una rumba. Rumba. Rumba caliente, eh? Thank you. Do you understand? So we've got it all backwards. We say, hey, play a rumba, and then he plays it back, no, I want a rumba. And you scream at the guy, play a rumba. If you want a rumba, ask for a bolero. Now, what is the main thing about this Latin music? What do you see except for the 6/8 and for the musicians, shut up. For all the non-musicians, salsa, rumba, bolero, cha-cha, 4 beats. 4 beats. The 2 is a dead beat in Latin. 1 and 3 are the strong beats. 2 is dead. So when someone says, dance on the 2 in the cha-cha, or start on the 2, I go, how do you start on a dead beat? Don't we hear the 1? Isn't the 1 the strongest beat? The difference is, some people do 1, 2, 3. They're not starting with their feet. We're not foot dancers. You look across this front, every one of these people are body dancers. They dance from the top of their hair to the bottom of their feet.
So what is the difference between a body dancer and a foot dancer?
Hell if I know. I've never been the other one.
We know better.
We know, man, shut up, shut up.
Videos!
Yeah.
Actually, it was 16 millimeter back then.
And I remember too.
I can't believe it. Yeah, actually, do you guys want to answer that?
What's ugly? Yeah.
Huh?
It's ugly.
Crowdy's do you want to tell what the difference is, Lisa?
Between
Foot dancer and a body
Foot
dancer.
dancer and a body dancer?
Yes.
Someone who performs basic steps and someone who dances.
I mean, dance is like the definition in Webster's moving your
There's
body.
rhythm. There's rhythm in your body. It's not just where you're placing your foot when you're placing your foot. It has to do with your body and how the rhythm within your body moves your body, which moves your feet.
Being that the accents are strong on 1 and 3, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. That's why I pointed out Lisa was sitting there just pulsing. She was pulsing to the rhythm, not dancing a step. You can dance in a chair. I did 9 months in a cast, and I was dancing every night. Joe remembers we were with the Mambo Society, and I was dancing with my butt against the pole, dancing Terryl all over the place on 1 foot, and I was still dancing. We don't have to move our feet to dance. ¿Me puedes bailar sin mover los pies? Con solo mi cuerpo.
Rumba, ¿qué quiere, papá? Son.
Son.
Aguantadito.
Second. Solo. No, es que quiero que como bailara sin mover los pies. I'm asking him to dance without moving his feet. No, solo bailando con el cuerpo. Quiero que vean el cuerpo, el ritmo del cuerpo.
Vámonos para aguantar ahí.
Body dancing. Got it. See, all right. Now that's body dancing.
And they
And it has
didn't even
nothing
do
to do
a
with
step.
where you put your feet.
Yeah.
It's not about steps.
Let's take it to the base level.
No dancing is really about steps.
How do you find the one? You point your. That's the one. I see people. Actually, the majority of people when they're first learning, you know how they find the beat. Okay, so then you gotta find the hard part though is then you gotta find somebody who's on the beat. Because half of them are off the beat. A lot of them start on one and then end up on three.
And some of them,
Why? Why does that happen? Does anybody know why that happens?
because they're not paying any attention to that noise that's
No,
going around.
not necessarily. What do you people think? Now, you people are dancing, you dance on, say you start on 1, 2, or 3. Why do you think that happens? Does anybody have any idea of why?
Yeah, Joey can end.
Yeah.
If I try a step that I haven't mastered,
Uh-huh.
I get off beat.
You're thinking
You get
about
off
that
beat.
step again, huh?
Okay.
Music.
But what Enio was asking, he said, let's get down to the basic, the
Rap
really,
music is non-linear. It's not always 4 beats. And it's
Well,
not always a measure.
the music, most of this is written in 4/4. Yeah, so there's always 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever else is being played.
Sometimes they do
Therefore,
those tags.
I mean, they syncopate and whatever, but they're still, Yeah, but that's like saying you could dance to the clave and you can dance to the timbali and the conga while all the other instruments are playing. In other words, if the conga is playing, I can dance to the conga rhythm and not be on 1, 2, 3, or 4. But that's understood. But what Enio is asking is, do you know where to listen and how to find 1? Where the beginning of the measure starts. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what he's asking you.
Yeah, but there's 2 strong beats. 1 and 3. So we have a problem. How do you find which is a 1, which is a 3?
You watch the beat.
You watch the other person on the floor.
Yeah. Okay, I want everybody just put your 1 foot on the floor. Just tap your feet, tap your hands, tap your head, whatever, yeah? See if you can find the 1.
I'm just trying to find 1.
Now punch the air on the 1. Punch the air on the 1. Punch the air. Sure, you were punching the air on the right one, huh? How come you found it? Why was it so easy for a lot of you? Actually, let's ask a question. How many of you couldn't find it? How many of you couldn't find it?
One honest man. How do we know if it's not?
Good question.
Wait. Say his question loud.
Here's the question. There are 3 instruments.
How do you know which one's playing the 1? Can you play the 1, 2, 3? Just play the same thing. Play the same thing. Same thing.
We all follow the clave. We can't play without the clave.
Okay, here's the trick. This is the part that throws a lot of people. Here's the problem. This kind of music has a heartbeat of a clave. But there's a problem. A clave plays 3 times on 1 measure and twice on the 2nd measure. 3 and 2. Now how the hell do you go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2? Wait a minute, I got one more step I'm missing. So, but here's the problem. Do they always play a clave? Is there always a clave playing?
It's gotta be in your head.
It's gotta be in your head. What if it's in his head differently?
We gotta train.
This can be broken down into 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. This can too, but it's a little harder on here, but right here because you have a sound on every tap. This is like the metronome.
That's a metronome. So listen to that again.
So you go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Wait, say it. So it's there, isn't it? That's a metronome. Okay, what la conga?
1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 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 1 and 2 and 3
Can you hear the 1? Can everybody hear the 1? Punch here. Punch here. Okay, now todo. Now try to hear it in the bongo. Hear it in the bongo. Siga. Todos toquen. Listen. Don't say anything. Just let them hear it. Hear it in the bongo. Sigan tocando. Now try to hear it in the timbal. Listen to the timbal. Only the timbal. Ignore the other one. Now focus on the conga. Focus on the conga. Boom. 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 Excellent. Give it up, huh? Do you understand now that they're all playing the 1, and the funny thing is that they're all feeling the clave, even though they're not playing it. It's implied. So they're all going to the clave rhythm, and yet nobody's playing it. That's something that's particular to this style of music. Yeah. Next, any other questions?
There was one over here. Thought I saw a question. Enio, can you please, when they're playing, count where the 1 is? Because honestly, I'm counting to myself, but I have no idea. I never recognize.
Can we do that one more time?
You want cha-cha or what do you want, Mambo? A cha-cha?
Yes, it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter what you play.
What they were playing.
First of all, listen to them count it in.
Do the same one. Oh, wait. Do the same one.
You hear the bell. The bell.
Are we dancing to one of the basic rhythms? Are we dancing to particular instruments? What?
There we go. And I think that's where you'll see Joe take off, because we teach a beginner, and the beginner goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We break it down to ABCs. But then Joe would do you know.
I'm a very strange animal when it comes to dancing. And maybe it's because of my background with tap dancing and jazz and ballet. And I feel that dance music is a very free spirit, and dance is a very free spirit. and you watch this band dance, and you watch her dance, and you watch him dance, and you watch him, and you can watch a ballet, and you've got 5 ballerinas who are dancing the same role, and they all interpret it differently. You know, dancing is a very personal thing, and everybody has their own style. Personally, you know, I've been asked on interviews about, well, what do you think? People in New York say, oh, well, you know, you got to dance on 2. You know, if you don't dance on 2. So I said, well, what do you mean? Does that mean that all the people dance on 1 shouldn't go dancing? All the people who dance on 1 shouldn't dance because they might not hear 2 or they don't know where it is? Now listen, there are no rules. What Enio is trying to do is he's trying to educate you, which most people don't do today, to listen to the music. And to dance to the music. He doesn't mean you always have to dance on 1, or you have to dance on 2 or 3. I mean, you might start on 1, so if you get off and you come back on 3, so what? You come back on 1 the next time. But when you talk about dancing to the different instruments, that's what I love to do.
And he's very good at it.
Well, no, it isn't that. It's just that, for me, it's a very personal thing. If I'm dancing, guys, just play a nice, easy, slow, whatever you want to play. I'll get up. Not fast, not fast. No. Go an easy tempo, just an easy tempo.
Cha-cha, you want cha-cha?
Yeah, that's fine. Cha-cha. And you want to dance on 2 or 1 or whatever. If you're going 2, 3, 1. Now watch. You play with the rhythms, because it gets boring to do this all night. Do that again. Yeah, play that rhythm. Do that. That's what I like doing. And it has nothing to do with dancing on 1, 2, 3, or 4. But you have to learn. And my advice is, and what I think is so incredible is what Enio is trying to do, is teach you to listen to the music and interpret it for yourself. And you have to learn. It's not easy to learn where 1 or 2 or where to start. And you have to make an effort to do it. And you have to learn in sessions like this.
Do you guys remember the movie Footloose?
Right.
They were teaching some guy to find a beat by pounding on a dashboard and then stomping. And eventually, he could find the rhythm. Okay, now he can get the rhythm into the body. I mean, it starts by matching, and I say it's matching. Can you play this salsa?
Yeah.
Now you guys clap along. Try to keep with them. Try to pick it up. Try to pick up what they're doing. Now get your body focused, right? Get your body focused. Shoulder.
hear the beat? Did anybody did not hear? At least, does everybody know the way a bar is broken? Meaning that there's two sections to a bar, so that you hear the first half and the second half. You know when instructors are talking about, is it phrased? Am I breaking forward on the one and then doing the second break on the two? You understand what I'm talking about? Anybody understands that? When you start hearing the music, it's not just about what is the beat itself, not what's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, or like us teachers would teach us 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, so that we know what part of the beat or of the bar we are, if we're on the top half or the bottom half. But when you listen to the music and you realize that it's not one, but it's a bunch of instruments that are composing or compiling one section, and then you hear them and they sound a second section, and that's your second half. So whoever's having problems hearing that beat, stop listening for one giveaway. Most times I play some music and I go, where is the beat? Where is the main thing that supposedly I'm supposed to hear? And I go, I can hear it. And I start dancing, and there's no music. I mean, sometimes you go, there's no music. You know, there's something, but it's not on 2, it's not on 3. You don't have a clue what's going on, but you can hear that big section. It's and there's sections. So if you play that thing again, salsa? Yeah, salsa again, and you're gonna hear there's 2 halves. Well, you're supposed to dance on 1, you're supposed to dance on 2, and I go, whatever. You know, and my basic class this morning, you know, we're dancing and everybody dancing 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the music, and you go, well, okay, you're right, you're dancing to the timing, but it looks flat because for some reason the instruments just weren't as explosive there, and that's when I started experimenting with the music. So I hear one song and I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I choose to dance on 2 because for some reason I feel it that it makes me do something a little bit different. I feel it more of a punch. Boom.
That is an excellent point.
And then all of a sudden I hear on 3, and I said, okay, I'm gonna dance on 3, and it's get this rolly feel. And I became a dancer. I'm not listening to just one particular beat. But now I'm listening to what is it making me do. It depends on what I'm feeling. And when you start becoming more experimenting in dancing, it's not, you know, yes, we teach quick, quick, slow. Quick, quick, slow.
Can you imagine if we tried to teach what Joe did?
It's slow.
One of the 3 instruments that make charanga band are flute, piano, violin. When you hear the electric violin, you don't hear that but very often, but Candy Sosa, Susie Hansen, they play the electric violin.
And she plays the violin. Matter of fact, she just played at a party for us. I'm sorry.
Yeah. And so those are rhythm instruments in a charanga band. Now, that's different than a melody, a flute playing a melody, rather than a flute playing. And that's a rhythm, and it's there. The bass, the piano are part of the rhythm. You know why Latin is so confusing for a lot of you? If you get a swing band, you get one guy with 2 sticks and 2 feet going that's it. In a Latin band, you've got congas, timbales, bongo. Usually the singers play the toys. You've got the flute, the piano, the violin, and the bass. You've got 7 guys playing, huh? At least 7 guys playing rhythm instruments. and then you get a trombone and a trumpet, maybe a baritone sax. Saxophone. So, yeah, and you get flute also playing melody. Plus, the singers become melody themselves. They sing in rhythm as well. So you get so many different instruments. Which one do you pick? The point is you don't pick one. But here's the problem. We now have a problem. Joe, you start dancing all this stuff.
Right.
What is can you hold on to your partner and do that?
Oh, sure.
You can. Can she match you?
Well, it depends. You don't lead that. You don't know.
No, that's the point.
Well, that isn't something that you lead. You don't lead that. If you're dancing with a girl.
For example, if I'm dancing with her and we're just dancing salsa, right? Now I might do this. Yeah.
You see, you don't lead that. That's why in a lot of the classes I teach stuff for you. Like in the class earlier today where I said you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can do a basic salsa, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. The girl can be doing hers and you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't have to do that continuous. That isn't something that you can lead. All that kind of syncopation and rhythm you do for yourself, and sometimes you can do it to any of the instruments. Sometimes I love dancing to the violin. I love dancing to the lyrical section of it. I get tired of doing this all night sometimes. So sometimes I want to...
Sometimes if I'm dancing and I'm going like this, and then sometimes I want to, or sometimes I want to do a turn like this and come and then go into it. I don't always want to do this all night. I might hear the violin go, "Rah!" So I'll go, "Rah!" You know what I'm saying?
I want to point out, all the dancers up here all have that same characteristic.
Every one of them.
Yeah. And one of the other ones that's very strong at this is this gentleman down here. He's very playful in what he does, and he does lead a lot of his things, but he breaks apart and he does his own rhythms. The very same thing Joe is
Exactly.
talking.
And Steve does too, and she does, and everybody,
But you usually let go. You don't try to get your partner through it. Or if you do,
or if you don't like her, you can,
But as a follower,
be mean and try to.
as a follower, I realize that guys sometimes try to lead me into that rhythm that they're doing, and they're trying to lead me into something that's unleadable. And what all these gentlemen do, when they go to play with that rhythm, they give us the freedom so that we, as followers, can do that.
Come here a minute. Who, me? Yeah, I want to ask you something. Now watch. When I dance a lot, and all of these dancers that are sitting here, I'm sure, I call it show off the girl step time.
Sometimes I dance with Terryl, and well, I'm getting old. Right. I dance with Terryl, and then she's here, and sometimes I'll do this, and I'll go. Let her do her thing. Sure. That's part of what this dance is about.
It's also interplay.
To give the girl the freedom.
Guys, it's like tennis or ping pong.
She's there. Sometimes I'll just do this and let her come to me. So
that's like tennis, isn't it? He hits the ball to her, lets her run with it, right? And then he takes it back.
And now, but we're still listening. I'm listening. I'm always listening to where 1, 2, or 3. If I decide to dance on 2, if I decide to dance 1, 2, 3, or 4, I decide to dance 2, 3, 4, because there are 2 different claves. We all know that.
3, 2, and 2, 3.
Now we can dance with an instrument that everybody thinks that we can only add with our feet. It's not just we do 1, 2, 3, then 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's not just about that. We can also create different rhythms with our body. Just because I'm dancing quickly with my feet doesn't mean that I cannot go into something else. So I'm dancing
Into the body. Right.
Or I can get slower in my body while my feet are dancing something. And
yeah, it's like you can do that. Keep going. It's like you can do this when you're dancing. You can go.
Yeah,
you're moving your body.
It's different rhythms that you can doesn't necessarily change the way you dance your basic. Because sometimes we feel that we're afraid to do something different because we'll throw our partners off. Well, you can still experiment with your body, different body rhythms. And then you can really experiment the music. You hear those tones and you dance a different up here, and you feel to do something totally opposite. Okay, that's all I have to say.
The whole idea is, guys, listen to the music. Try to listen. Once concentrate on what different instruments are doing. Okay? You know, just like Enio said, keep playing it in your car. Keep trying to find where it is. Listen to the clave, listen to the timbale, listen to the conga. Listen to all those rhythms.
Did you want me to hit play?
Here's a unique section. I'm going to put on 2 pieces of music, about 20, 30 seconds. I'm going to ask all of our teachers to just grab a different person, obviously somebody, not your regular partner. Just grab somebody. 30 seconds with that person. Just kind of quick glance at everybody. Just grab somebody. Come on, everybody up. Now, these guys are going to play along to what's going on. Hit play, Terryl. Just grab somebody. Just, Homero, todos cambien. Baile con alguien 30 segundos. Entonces, la siguiente pieza. ¿Bien? Baile con Joe, that's it. Okay, now. Wait, stop. There you go. Not that one. Here we go. Here we go. Hold on. Just hold your water.
I like that.
See, no, wait. Have any of you guys danced together before? No. Right, this is a perfect match. These people have not
Hold on a second. Hold on 1 second. Yeah, hold on. Shake partner. Rotate. Oh, you would. Go to number 5 and backspin it. Terryl and technology, guys. I'm telling you, you know.